talking about the Titans here. The Titans.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone! It is gone! It is Bedlam at the bank!
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball!
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Jesse Sharon, Dalt, and Freddie. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
What in the hell was that, Phillies? Unbelievable way to end the series versus the Royals. 15-1. Phillies drop it today. To go through the pain and misery, that was the Phillies game. I am joined by the legendary Steve Roth. My God, what an awful game.
Yeah, I really want to know what the living hell was that in the first place. Okay. Total with the ale. Schwarber got ejected from the ball game after a check swing, and he put his hand up, and it's like, okay, so now we're just going to give up in this game? It's like, really pathetic. Just this, okay? Yes, okay, well, we're the best team in baseball. Not by this, okay? 2 games already by the Kansas City Royals. Yesterday lost, today lost. You got to get back on track on this. You just do. Okay. You can't be losing games like this. Not by the worst team in baseball. Okay. You got to figure this shit out. Just really do.
It all started in that first inning. Sanchez lets up 6 runs, and a lot of it, I'll tell you what, Sanchez, he was admittedly, he was awful today. He let up 9 runs. But that error by Trey Turner in the bottom of the first, where he throws it way over Bryce's glove, and Bobby Witt scores, that started it all. 6 runs in the first inning. It's just not something that you can come back from. Yes, I know, Schwarber had the bats overall, they had a tough game. They had 10 hits, which was great, but they left, let's see here. They left Stott in scoring position twice. Bone in scoring position 3 times. Hill twice. They were 1 for 9 as a team total today. So that doesn't help. But my God, Trey Turner is driving me nuts. I don't know how you segue from that, Steve. But
yeah, I don't know either. Good question. What can we do? Okay, because he's one of the most cancerous people on the team right now. Okay, and what really can you do? Just keep having him in the first hole, fucking it up? You can't allow that. You just can't. Okay, you can't allow Trey Turner to give up a nail like that. Okay. They got to really get this fixed as soon as possible, okay? Because tomorrow through Thursday will be against Detroit. Then the next 3 games, I forget who. And you got to figure this out. You just do. Because you can't be losing any more games. Just can't.
Yeah. the problem is, Ro, like I don't think we can cut Trey. I'll tell you what. I would love if we could cut Trey, but that guy is making way more than he should. A, B, you're screwed at the shortstop position because you take a look at the rest of our options. You've got Edmundo Sosa that can play shortstop, but I do not trust him as a permanent solution. We tried letting him go on a run, and at some point, yeah, I love Sosa. A lot of people do, but at some point he slows down. You look at Aiden Miller in the minor leagues. That guy has chronic back issues, and that's just the situation we're dealt with right now. And nobody is trading for him. Nobody wants that contract, and you're certainly not getting an elite shortstop in return. I've seen a bunch for whatever reason. I've seen a bunch today of, oh, the Phillies should try and get Bobby Witt Jr. I'll cut to the chase. I'll break your hearts. We're not getting Bobby Witt Jr. It's just,
And you're not getting Trout either, so get that out of your system.
yeah, no. I don't know why. For some reason, it's all over Facebook today. But we're not getting Trout. We're not getting Bobby Witt. It's ridiculous. Well, what else is kind of ridiculous? We are starting a new series, and we got to bounce back. The Phillies lose the series to the Royals, and they start tomorrow, 7-10, versus the Cincinnati Reds. Luckily, Ro, who is in the chat, good friend of mine, Reds fan. Thankfully, his Reds are awful this year, which he has told me directly. So it's a good sign. But what do the Phillies have to do to win the series, Steve, versus the Reds?
Simple. Got to go out and win. That's all you got to do. Okay. I can't make it any much more easier than I can. Okay. You got to get these two last series out of your fucking head, and then for the next 3 games, try to go out there and win. That's all you can do. Okay. And if you can do that, fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic. Okay. Because we want to see a winning game. We do. This losing shit needs to stop. It just does.
Yeah. It would be nice to, get a few wins on your belt before the All-Star game, before the All-Star break, or a set of games where hopefully you see guys like Kyle Schwarber in the home run derby. You see guys like Christopher Sanchez. At this point, I don't think the Christopher Sanchez should be starting the All-Star game. I'll tell you what. I think that it has to go to Mizorowski. And I think you got to see Sanchez at some point. But today, he just, after what we saw, it wasn't sharp. I don't think he should be starting the All-Star game. Just not a great look. His ERA was at 2, and it surged north of like 2.62 or something ridiculous. But, in terms of the Reds, in terms of, the rest of the rest of the way until the All-Star game and until the All-Star break for the Philadelphia Phillies, they have a 3-game set against the Reds. They have a 3-game set against the Tigers. This is all, by the way, on the road, which could be a problem, especially since we've seen Sanchez on the road. It has not been great. He struggled against the Nationals a few weeks ago, and now he struggled against the Reds. So at some point he'll have to pitch. Then the Phillies finally come home against the New York Mets, and hopefully that sort of gets things, back on track here. Whenever it feels like, whenever the Phillies need a reset. We got to play the Mets, and usually it ends up great. So hopefully that is the case there. Then they go out and they then they play the Dodgers, the Yankees, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is all after, this Mets series. It's going to be great because you'll have a break with the All-Star game, the All-Star weekend, the festivities, the home run derby, the futures game, all that stuff. You'll have a 4-day break to kind of get things in gear and have a really tough test versus the Yankees and Dodgers coming up. Those are the two best teams, I think, in the National and American League, in my opinion. And then the Marlins, who have surprisingly been one of the hottest teams in baseball over the last couple of weeks. That's going to be another big test. So hopefully the Phillies can, lock in, because unfortunately, in the National League East, I'm not saying that it's still not attainable, but a day ago, the Braves were about 2 games in front of the Phillies. Now the Phillies are 3.5 back. So, it's only a game and a half. So I think that, getting back into first place is certainly attainable. But, the Braves right now, they're hopping. They are 52-36 on the year. They have lost. They are coming off a loss. So hopefully that continues. But the Phillies right now, they got to lock in, and they got to, I say sweep the Reds. I wanted to sweep with the Royals, and that's the complete opposite of what we got, because yesterday, unfortunately, the Phillies lost in pretty ugly fashion as well. So this has to be a sweep. I know Abbott's been good. He's been decent, 5-4 with 3.88 ERA. That is tomorrow. That's 7-10. And then on Wednesday, the Phillies play again at 7:10.
On ESPN.
On ESPN. That's going to be a Chase Burns start. That's going to be brutal. That's going to be absolutely brutal. Because Burns has been awesome. TBD both those days, for some reason, on who the Phillies are starting. At least that's what it says on the MLB.com website. And then Brady Singer goes for the Reds in Game 3. He comes in with a 3-8 record, 5.03 ERA. So hopefully in that game, that final game of the series, your bats can come alive. But that middle game 2 against Chase Burns is going to be brutal. And hopefully the Phillies can, tough that out and tough out this series in Cincinnati. But I think that's going to wrap things up for the Phillies.
Yeah.
So want to thank Roth for coming on. Want to thank everybody for the support. Ro, thank you for the support, buddy. We'll definitely get you on for a Phillies.
So just a quick question for everybody. How do you like who's on the All-Star list? Sanchez, Duran, Harper, Schwarber. How do you like all that on the All-Star list?
Let's get your thoughts. What do you think?
I really like it, to be honest. And if Harper and Schwarber plays in the home run derby, that would be fucking epic. All together would be epic. Okay, both of them playing in the home run derby, it will be awesome.
Yeah. Well, it should be a fun couple of games, and I cannot wait. My dog is going nuts. So I am going to quickly end the stream, but thank you all for watching this edition of the Phillies post-game show. Thank you to Roth for coming on, and let's go, Phils.
The Vikings.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone! And it's gone! It is Bedlam at the bank!
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show, proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today.